Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Samsung Galaxy S25 and see how this particular device holds up in 2025, specifically in the later part. This phone pretty much just came out earlier this year, so it's not really like a super old phone or anything like that. Like, you're still able to get like a pretty good, decent modern type of device inside of this type of device, which I think is always something that's super important. So you're able to go through and get a phone here that is still going to be able to give you a good, decent type of experience. But I will say, from comparing this phone to basically every other phone that came out and installing One UI 8, this phone is one of my favorite phones of this year, and I couldn't recommend this phone enough to basically everybody. Now, one of the big things to keep in mind here is basically the exterior, and this phone still looks and feels very, very good on the outside. It is easily still one of the best phones you can basically buy, and with its body, with its, triple camera setup on the back, beautiful display, everything about this phone still holds up very well. And from all the phones that came out this year, the Pixel 10 Pro, the iPhones, all these different types of devices, these phones have done a really good job at, handling everything I wanted to throw at them. And it is easily still one of my favorite phones of this particular year. So that right there is a really nice thing in and of itself. Now, on top of that, when you kind of take a look at this device, One UI 8 so far has been a really good version of software for the most part. Again, it isn't necessarily perfect, but I am getting a really decent type of experience within this type of device on that version of software. And I feel like that right there is another very kind of good advantage. If you're going to go through and buy a phone, you're going to be able to get a device that is going to be giving you a pretty decent experience from that side. So One UI 8 is still handling things pretty well. The performance factor of this phone is also still very good as well. So you're able to still get a really good type of experience within this type of device, I would say, from that particular side too. So far, this type of phone, although it's not really perfect, it still is giving you a good type of experience, I would say, from that side. And I feel like that right there is another advantage. I kind of look at this phone, right? And when I was comparing it against all the other devices, I thought for the price that this phone initially came out with, it was a good price. But especially now that it's gone down in value a little bit more, I feel like this is a really good phone for what you're spending on. If you're buying this thing for $500, $600, $700, this is a very, very good option. And I would say, like, if you're in the market and you're trying to go through and buy a really good phone that's going to last you for many years, this phone is kind of like a no-brainer. I feel like it's a solid device, and I would highly recommend people to buy it. So from that side, that's kind of how this phone holds up in the later part of 2025. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.